Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's project is going to be welding the ends on the frame. So for starters, what I'm going to attempt to do is make a mold or a stencil so that I could cut out a piece of sheet metal and weld it on. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of cardboard and a hammer. Okay guys, so regular, already made one. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Piece of cardboard, hammer, just going to put it there. Take it off. Obviously you can see where it goes around that first pipe right here, and then you can see the other piece. So just cut around that, around the outer edge, not the inner circle or whatever you end up having. Cut around the outer edges, and then you'll end up with something like this, which then you put it over your piece of metal. Use a marker and trace it through, and then we'll cut it with some shears. So let's go do that now. Okay guys, so once we have the stencil made, like I said, you want to just cut around. Probably use some scissors or use whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. That's the one that I liked. So now the other thing that I'm going to do, I have some sheet metal. This is 16 gauge sheet metal that I have left over from the project where we the patch on the 3100. So I just kind of have it like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just draw in it. Trace it all in. You don't have to trace it all in, you can probably just outline it, but I'm just having too much fun. So there it is. There's the piece that I'm going to cut out. So there you have it. So I bought these at Harbor Freight. They were about, I think they were like $10, almost $11. I didn't have a coupon, or else they would have been cheaper. So if you go pick them up there, make sure you have your coupon and pick them up there. Okay, so one of them goes left, the other one goes right, and this one goes straight. So, okay, let's start. Kind of see the rough cut. I'll use one of these other ones to show you a little more. So as you can see, start to shear it downward. Alrighty guys, so we got to prep the area right here. When I welded this bracket right here, I ended up with a little bit of weld that came around on the side right here. So I'm just gonna go through and grind it flat so that this edge is flat, and we'll go from there. Okay. Okay, so that edge is flat now. So we'll be able to put our little plugs on, and we'll still have some room around the edges to weld right on. I might have to trim those pieces just a tad, just a little bit, so that we get our spot weld all around the area. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. Okay guys, so we got the edges trimmed. We got these pieces flat now. My welds are flat. I went ahead and I kind of did the edges on the pieces. Not too much, but just enough. Okay, so now I'm going to be placing these here where they're going to be going. I'm going to put my magnets there to hold them, and then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and bring the welder over, and we'll just start tack welding it all around. This sheet metal is kind of thin, you know, 16 gauge. I would say this is probably like maybe 20 gauge, or what would it be, 10 gauge. It'd be a 14 gauge probably. It's a little bit thicker, but not by much. So, you know, it'll probably warp. So we're just going to go ahead and tack weld it all around until we get it sealed, and then we'll just go back through with the file or the grinder, and we'll make our welds a little bit smooth, and then we'll just throw some black paint over it, or just leave it like that for a while. I mean, like I told you guys in previous videos, all this stuff is eventually going to come off. I just don't want to spend the money on a pipe bender or a tubing bender and use it one time. I mean, I'm not going to spend $400 on one piece of equipment that I'm only going to use one time and never use again. So for now, I just want to, you know, hopefully ride the bike around. It's having a little bit of an issue with the carburetor right now, so hey, more material, I guess, right? So like I said, we'll just do this now, and we'll see what comes from there. Alright guys, so got everything ready, got the welder ready. I guess we'll start. We'll see what happens. Alright, well, it looks like I got it a little too hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down, and we'll try it again. So, it's embarrassing, but this is what happened. I forgot to turn on the gas. Alright, well, we got the gas on now. Hopefully I can redeem myself. You get what I'm trying to do. We'll just keep welding and going around. Just spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, spot weld. Just keep going. Well, there it is, guys. I got the other side done. Here, I'll get a little crappy zoom in for you. You can see the welds on this side were actually a little better. I took my time and filled them in a little better. These ones, not so bad. I mean, it's sealed, whatever. You know, it doesn't need to be all pretty. So now I'm just gonna get get this. And that's it. That's all we're gonna do to it. Now it's sealed up. We could probably just throw some paint on it. I'm gonna wait till it cools down, but that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please comment, give me a thumbs up. Thank you.